Da, 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 All right, people. Good morning, everybody. It's your daily Israelite daily bread. Your daily Israelite daily. How you bless you all? How you bless you all? Good morning. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 11:09 a.m.
Oh, it's 11 o'clock. The daily Israelite daily bread, people. With your host, Pastor Michael Smith. That's me. If you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, people. If you're new to this channel, if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bell. As you know, there's no Bible. It's Thursday. Today's Thursday. Okay. All right. As you know, there's no Bible study class. It's Thursday night. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you're new to this channel. Hit your notification bells. Tap on them like buttons, people. Tap on them like buttons. Get us some algorithm, people. Tap on them like buttons. Let's see. Don't forget, we have a 24-hour prayer line number, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That 24-hour prayer line number is 310 365 6816 310 365 6816, and this is just your daily bread. You know what I'm saying? Something to get you motivated. You know what I'm saying? Move your joints. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself. You know what I'm saying? In the Word, fill of the Spirit. We're going to be coming out of the book of 1 Corinthians this morning, people, or this afternoon, or morning, or should I say? Let me see. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11:1. Oh, I'm sorry. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 1.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:1 reads, "Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ."
Yeah. How are you a follower of Christ? Paul says, be ye followers of him as he is the followers of Christ. And if you are a follower of Christ, you know what I'm saying, the identifying marks that you are a follower of Christ is to keep those commandments. And Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 2.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:2 reads, "Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances, as I delivered them to you."
Keep the ordinances as Paul delivered them unto you. You know what I'm saying? And this is what the teachers of the Lord is supposed to be doing. Delivering the ordinances unto the people. It's one thing to preach. It's another thing to edify the people. And as the people are edified, the preachers, the teachers, the priests, or the prophets must be giving the people the edification on how to keep the law, statute, commandments, and follow the holy days and such things of that nature. And as this is enacted, the people got to keep it and follow it. And that's really it. That's really it. That's how you're blessed. You're not blessed. You know what I'm saying? How many times you go to the Christian church on Sunday? How many donations you put in the Christian church on Sunday? No. It's all about how you keep the ordinances of God. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 3.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:3 reads, "But I would have you know, that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God."
That's our order. This is the order of the Most High God, and this is the order that the Apostle Paul, is delivering unto the people, and this is the order that the priests and the prophets today is delivering unto the people. Why ain't our people operating in this order? Let me see. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 3.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:3 reads, "But I would have you know, that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God."
So the head of every woman. Hello? Hello. Let's go ahead and read that again. They want to interrupt me with their phone calls. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 3.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:3 reads, "But I would have you know, that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God."
So the head of every man is Christ, Yeshua. His name is Yeshua. You know what I'm saying? And the head of every man is. Let's go ahead and do that over. Oh, Lord. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 3.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:3 reads, "But I would have you know, that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God."
Okay. So the head of Christ is the Most High God. The head of man is Christ. And the head of the woman is the man. No such thing as a woman in independency. You know what I'm saying? And you sisters must understand this living in these days and times today. Because no matter how much you say you don't need a man, no matter how and listen and don't get me wrong, because you know what I'm saying. I understand why you say you don't need a man, because you know what I'm saying. A lot of these men are rinky dink and raggedy. And nobody wants to have a rinky dink or raggedy man over them, you know what I'm saying, telling them what to do. I advise you, don't listen to no rinky dink raggedy man. You know what I'm saying? You know, why? Because that rinky dink and raggedy man is only going to lead you to destruction. But it's the righteous man. It's the righteous men that you need to have the head over you, because the righteous men follow the orders of God. And the righteous man who follow the orders of God, you know what I'm saying, is only going to protect you and lead you the right way. But this is the order. There's no such thing as no independent woman. See, this is the order right here. Let's see. Let's see. Alexa, Genesis 3, verse 1. Alexa, Genesis 3, verse 1.
According to the King James Bible, Genesis 3:1 reads, "Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden?"
See, the woman is not supposed to be listening to any random rinky-dink Negro. This is a serpent. Not in the physical, but in the spiritual. But he's a man. And the woman is not supposed to be listening to any old rinky-dink, raggedy man. You know what I'm saying? Especially if the woman has a husband. She's not supposed to be listening to a man, period. She's supposed to say, no, I can't talk to you. Go ask my husband. I can't talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Speak to my husband. Here, let me call my husband. Put my husband on the phone. Talk to my husband. That's the way, you know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be in the right order. You know what I'm saying? So Eve is out of order here. You know what I'm saying? But see, the women like what she sees. She whatever her eyes see, that's what she is going to follow, instead of following the proper order. Right here, this should never happen. Genesis chapter 3, verse 1 should have never happened. Alexa, Genesis 3, verse 2.
There are no books in your Audible library.
Alexa, Genesis 3, verse 2.
According to the King James Bible, Genesis 3:2 reads, And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden.
We may eat of the trees of the fruit. You shouldn't even been holding a conversation with this man. Eve shouldn't have even been holding the conversation. It should have been short. If the man would have came up to her and said something, it should have been short. Talk to my husband, or I'm married, or I gotta go, or I can't talk, I'm out. That conversation should have been cut short. If you got a husband, that's if you got a husband, that conversation should be cut short. And even if you don't have a husband, you women supposed to be under your priest. You know what I'm saying? Or your leaders. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have a husband, your priest or your leaders is your head. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody wants to talk to you, you gotta tell them, go to my head, go to my priest, go to my leader. You know what I'm saying? Go to leadership. Nobody is supposed to have that much access. No, any random Negro is supposed to have that much access to the woman. Nobody. And the reason why you women today are damaged goods, and you allow, you know what I'm saying, men to just run through you all willy-nilly, because you're not in that order. You know what I'm saying? Because the wrong rinky-dink raggedy Negro, you know what I'm saying, their mind is devious. All they think about doing is devious things. Hello? Hello? Um, so, she shouldn't even be having this conversation. So let's see. Alexa, Genesis 3, verse 3.
According to the King James Bible, Genesis 3:3 reads, But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die.
Hear that? Alexa, Genesis 3, verse 4.
According to the King James Bible, Genesis 3:4 reads, And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die.
Alexa, Genesis 3, verse 5.
According to the King James Bible, Genesis 3:5 reads, For God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil.
See what Satan just did? See what Satan just did? Satan just told the black woman that she can get a bag and don't have to be up under her man. Satan just told the woman that she can, you know what I'm saying, have power, you know what I'm saying, without being up under her man. That's what literally Satan said, because Satan told her that she can be a god. And how do a god operate? A god don't need nobody. A god is independent. A god is a shot caller. A god is a big bowler. That is what Satan literally told Eve, and Eve went and ran with it, and that's why she sat there and listened to all of it. But in the beginning, it was not so, because the Most High God made Eve, or the woman, to be man's helper. And when you operate outside of that order, you operate out of order, and nothing goes right in your life. No matter how much you think that you got a good job, you're still gonna have that feeling of something is missing. You can have a good job, you can have a big $1 billion business, you women. You can have a $1 billion business. You still gonna feel empty inside, because that emptiness is missing a man. Regardless, you can fulfill that emptiness with another woman. You still gonna feel empty, because that other woman is not another man. No matter how much you dress that other woman up to look like another man, you still gonna feel empty, because that is still not a man. You can fulfill that void by getting a cat. You still gonna feel empty. You can fulfill that void by getting a dog. You still gonna feel empty. You're gonna fulfill that void by getting a turtle. You can get some type of emotional to support animal. You can get a baby doll. You can go to Build-A Bear and get some Build-A-Bears. You can fulfill that void by getting a Cherokee or parakeet, whatever. It's still gonna be a feel empty feeling inside because it's not what the Most High God ordained you to be with. And Satan will use and plant seeds of independency just for you to separate from that man. Just for you to separate outside of the order that the Most High God created. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 3.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:3 reads, "But I would have you know, that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God."
The head of every man is Christ. The head of Christ is God. And the head of the woman is the man. I know society got it where you can't be, the man can't be over you. Well, like I said, in some instances, I agree. Because a lot of you women choose the wrong men. Like Eve chose the wrong man. Eve chose to listen to Satan. And a lot of you women choose to listen to the wrong men, you know what I'm saying, with the wrong motives, you know what I'm saying, going in the wrong direction. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 4.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:4 reads, "Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head."
So every man praying or prophesying is preaching, prophesying is teaching. So every man praying or preaching or teaching, having his head covered, if he got a baseball hat on, if he got a hat on, if he got his head covered, he dishonors his head. If you're going to have something on your head, make sure the crown of it is open. Make sure the crown of your head is open. If your head is any other way, you dishonor your head. Why? Because the man, you know what I'm saying, is the kings of the earth. And your crown shall be open. That's why when a king put a crown on his head, it goes around his head and the top is shown. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 5.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:5 reads, "But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonoreth her head, for that is even all one as if she were shaven."
So, a woman that's praying or prophesying, that's a prophetess, with her head covered. I didn't say preaching, I said prophesying. She's prophesying. So the Lord is giving her some insight, and she is giving that in the proper order. There is no such thing as an independent prophetess. Sisters, stop following women who call themselves prophetesses and that are not married. Stop following women that call themselves prophetesses and they got their head covered. You see a woman that calls herself a prophetess and she got a hood on, or she got a hat on, or she got her head covered. Who is she a prophetess of? If you see a woman that's praying or prophesying with her head covered, or if you see a woman that's calling herself a prophetess and she, you know what I'm saying, is dressed unruly, you know what I'm saying, dressed unmodestly, then who is she a prophetess of? Because if she is a prophetess of the Most High, She will be in the right order of the Most High's prophetess. And another key thing to spot a real prophetess of the Lord, she will be married and she will be prophesying underneath her husband. She will be married. There is no such thing as no unmarried prophetesses. So, and when a woman is doing that, and she's doing that with her head covered, she dishonors her head. Give me 1 second, people. I'm going to get me a cup of coffee. Well, I'm going to get me a cup of coffee. Welcome to your morning daily bread. You know what I'm saying? With your host, Pastor Michael Smith. Here you know what I'm saying? We just break down scriptures every morning, letting you guys know, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay in the Word. You know what I'm saying? This is your morning daily bread. Make sure you guys tap on them like buttons. People tap on those like buttons. Get us in them algorithms. If you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bells. Don't forget we have a 24-hour prayer line number, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're here to pray for you. That prayer line number is 310 365 6816 310 365 6816. And I'll be right back. I'm going to get a cup of coffee real quick, people. I'll be right back with your daily bread. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Welcome to the morning daily bread. We get you the daily bread every morning right here on ISBC Truth with your host, Pastor Michael Smith. If you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bells, tap on them like buttons, get us in the algorithm, people. Tap on your like button to get us in the algorithms. Don't forget we have a 24-hour prayer line number, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That prayer line number is 310-365-6816, 310-365-6816. We're coming out of the book of 1 Corinthians, people. 1 Corinthians 11. That's what we're going into. Well, we was in 1 Corinthians 11, and then we jumped to Genesis 3, verse 1, 2, and 3. So we're going back to the book of 1 Corinthians 11. Okay. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 5.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:5 reads, But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonoureth her head, for that is even all one as if she were shaven.
So that also goes into women shaving their head. You know what I'm saying? Women shaving their head is the same equivalent of women, you know what I'm saying, praying or prophesying with their head uncovered. You know what I'm saying? That's why the woman got to have the scarf on her head. You know what I'm saying? Because if she don't have the scarf on her head, it's the same thing as her having her head shaven. And we know that it's a shameful thing for a woman to have a shaven head. A woman ain't supposed to be putting no razor to her head. I don't care how much she got split ends. Let them split ends grow. I don't care how much is her hair growing uneven. Let the hair grow uneven. You ain't supposed to be putting no razor to your head. You're not supposed to be sitting in no barber shop cutting your hair. You ain't supposed to be cutting your hair. Your hair ain't supposed to be cut. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. However your hair is growing, let it grow. If anything, put some more hair on it. If anything, put some more hair on it. Hello? If anything, put some more hair on your head to add to it. But don't take away from don't take away from something that's already short. Your hair is already messed up and you taking more away from it? This is the order of the Most High God, people. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 6.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 6.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:6 reads, For if the woman be not covered, let her also be shorn, but if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered.
See, it's a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven. It's a shameful thing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you women today, you know what I'm saying, y'all been shaving your head to the point that, you know what I'm saying, y'all don't feel ashamed no more. It's like there's no shame to y'all game. A lot of y'all people walk around like Amber Rose, you know what I'm saying, with no shame to your game. A lot of your people used to walk around like Jada Pinkett Smith used to be, you know what I'm saying, walking around with a shaven head. A lot of your people don't have no shame to yourself no more. But years ago, it used to be a shameful thing for a woman to walk around looking like a peacock. It used to be a shameful thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we know that the Most High God have cursed the black woman to have shaven hair. Let me see. Alexa, Isaiah chapter 3, verse 16.
This might answer your question. Isaiah 3:16 reads, Moreover the Lord saith, Because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. Did that answer your question?
Yes.
Thanks for your feedback.
Alexa, Isaiah 3, verse 17.
According to the King James Bible, Isaiah 3:17 reads, Therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts.
Discover their secret parts. Discovering their secret parts is, you know what I'm saying, women walking around, You know what I'm saying, with short dresses on, short skirts on, you know what I'm saying, skin tight pants. They walk around with underwear or what you call spandex. Spandex is sisters. Spandex is not to be worn as regular clothes. Spandex are undergarments. They come from the pantyhose, um, the pantyhose family. Alexa, is pantyhose associated with spandex?
Hmm. I don't know that.
Let me see. Uh, Alexa, what's the definition of pantyhose?
Pantyhose is usually defined as a one-piece, skin-tight garment worn by women, combining panties and stockings.
Combining what? Combining panties and stockings. What are stockings? Stockings are to be worn up under your regular clothes. What are panties? Panties are to be worn up under your clothes. So what is pantyhose? That's why it's called pantyhose, up under your clothes. Spandex is the same thing. Is the same thing as pantyhose or stockings. It is to be worn up under your clothes. You know what I'm saying? Our people, you know what I'm saying, been bombarded with the ways of America, and America, you know what I'm saying, make it okay to wear stockings or spandex on the out as regular clothes. These things is not so. You know what I'm saying? Our women got to get back in order. You know what I'm saying? The same way having a shaven head, our women is not supposed to have a shaven head, even though Isaiah chapter 3 verse 17 says that the Most High God is going to curse the woman with a scab on the crown of the daughter of Zion. That means you're going to have hair problems. That means, you know what I'm saying, discover your secret parts. Alexa, Isaiah 3 verse 17. Alexa, Isaiah 3 verse 17.
According to the King James Bible, Isaiah 3:17 reads, "Therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts."
I was discovering their secret parts. Women walking around with spandex on their out as regular clothing. You know what I'm saying? Women walking around with short mini skirts on. You know what I'm saying? Booty shorts on. You know what I'm saying? Tight pants on. You know what I'm saying? These are a form of women discovering their secret part because they're secret. You, another man is not supposed to know the shape of a woman because the woman is dressing so modest that it's hard for a man, average man, to picture the shape of a woman. The man is not supposed to be enticed because a woman is wearing something that is revealing. That's discovering the secret parts. The secret parts are supposed to be for the woman's husband or for the woman's potential husband. If the woman don't have a husband, the woman's supposed to be up under the priest or the leader, you know what I'm saying, until that rightful time for that priest or that leader to give that woman away to her husband. That's the order. And being that, you know what I'm saying, our women are out of order, that's why they are prone to being hurt. That's why they got something called a wall that they put up. And you know what I'm saying? And it makes their attitude even stinker because they got that wall up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When that woman got that wall up, how was that woman's attitude? Stink. They are stink attitude with that wall up. You know what I'm saying? If you women was in the proper order, you wouldn't have to worry about putting a wall up. Because you know who's your protection? You know who's your wall? Your priest or your leader or your father. That is who's that wall. You won't need to put an invisible wall up because you have a physical wall, which is a man. You know what I'm saying? But America done, you know what I'm saying, done taught you women the wrong way, and you women going for it. America done taught you women Genesis chapter 3. Let's go back to that. Alexa, Genesis 3 verse 5.
According to the King James Bible, Genesis 3:5 reads, For God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil.
There you go. America done taught you black women that you can be independent. Cause that's why Satan told Eve that she'll be a god. What is a god? Independent. A god don't answer to nobody. And that is what the devil taught Eve, and Eve said, what? I don't have to answer to nobody. And to this day, the women live gonna go and ride off of that theory that they don't have to listen to nobody. The main thing they say is, oh, I'm grown. No, you're not. Because no matter how grown you are, you can be 70 years old. You still got to be up under a man. You can be 70 years old, but you still got to be up under a man. Hello? Hello? You can be 70 years old, but you still got to be up under a man. Ain't that something? It's nowhere on this earth in the woman's lifetime that the Most High God will have a woman to be independent. Because even when the woman's 70 years old, even if the woman's a widow, the widow is still up under the priest. There was, you know what I'm saying, in the kingdom, there is no way that the order is out of order with the women. So any woman who's acting, you know what I'm saying, in the independent mind state, she don't need this or she don't need that, and she can do this by herself. That's the serpent talking. That's the serpent philosophy. That's the serpent doctrine. That's the serpent talking to the woman. Let me see. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11 verse 5.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:5 reads, But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonoureth her head, for that is even all one as if she were shaven.
Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11 verse 6.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:6 reads, For if the woman be not covered, let her also be shorn, but if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered.
Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11 verse 7.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:7 reads, For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, forasmuch as he is the image and glory of God, but the woman is the glory of the man.
The woman is the glory of the who? Pay attention, women. The woman is the glory of who? Independence? No. The woman is the glory of the man. The woman is the glory of the man. The man is the glory of God. The man is the glory of God. The woman is the glory of the man. The woman must be under the man. The woman must be under the direction of the man. When the woman acting in an independent mind state, she are acting out the philosophy and doctrine of the serpent. That's 1 Corinthians 11 verse 7. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11 verse 8.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:8 reads, "For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man."
For the man is not of the woman, but the woman came from the man. I know a lot of you sisters who's in that black conscience community and pride themselves on the black conscious men calling you gods. So when Sadnetta, Umar Johnson, Tariq Nasheed call you black women gods, what doctrine or philosophy are they operating in? Let's go back to Genesis. Alexa, Genesis 3, verse 6.
According to the King James Bible, Genesis 3:6 reads, "And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat."
And why was she listening to the doctrine of the devil? Alexa, Genesis 3, verse 5.
According to the King James Bible, Genesis 3:5 reads, "For God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil."
So if a man tell you women that you are God, what doctrine or philosophy are they operating out of? The doctrine and philosophy of Satan. So don't be because you a lot. That's why a lot of women is stuck in that black conscious community. That's why a lot of women following after Tariq Nasheed's doctrine, after Sadnetta's doctrine, after all these black conscious community doctrine. Why? Because these black conscious men call you women God. And you lack understanding because if you knew Genesis 3 verse 5, you would know that is the doctrine of the devil. And you fell for the doctrine of the devil because you seen that maybe the black conscious men, maybe they look cute, maybe they got good sideburns, maybe they got blue eyes, and you know what I'm saying, you was interested in their looks. So with you being interested in their looks, after they called you a god, what did you do? Alexa, Genesis 3, verse 6.
According to the King James Bible, Genesis 3:6 reads, "And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat."
So after you seen the devil look good, after you looked into the devil's eyes and you liked his blue eyes, you liked his dreadlocks, you sat there and you listened to everything the devil was saying. And then not only did you sat there and you listened to everything the And the reason why the Lord has made it where you women having problems with your hair, the scripture says what? Let's read that again. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11 verse 15.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:15 reads, "But if a woman have long hair, it is a glory to her, for her hair is given her for a covering."
It's a glory. So a woman's hair is her glory. So being that the um, the woman want to listen to the doctrine of the devil and be independent and don't want to follow the orders of the Most High, let's see what the Most High God got to say about that. Alexa, Isaiah 3 verse 16.
According to the King James Bible, Isaiah 3:16 reads, "Moreover the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet."
Haughty, haughty. Alexa, what's the definition of haughty?
According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, a haughty is a physically attractive person.
Alexa, stop. No, that's not it. AHU. Is it NTY? Well, I'll tell you the definition of haughty. Definition of haughty is prideful. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuck up. You know what I'm saying? Rebellious. The Most High God said, because the doors of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks, what is the Lord going to do? Alexa, Isaiah chapter 3, verse 17. Alexa, Isaiah 3, verse 17.
According to the King James Bible, Isaiah 3:17 reads, "Therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts."
So because the doors of Zion are haughty, walk with stretched forth necks, and are stuck up, and want to be rebellious, he said he's going to, number one, take away your glory. That's your hair. And he said he's going to discover your secret parts. What is your secret parts? You know what your secret parts is. You're going to walk around, you know what I'm saying, with the type of clothes you walk around with and think that it's okay. Look at the women today. They literally walk around with the clothes that they wear and don't think it's a problem. They literally walk around showing their whole shape in their clothes and don't think that it's a problem. And when somebody tells them that it is a problem, they get on the defensive mode and curse them out and tell them, "You're not my daddy. I can do what I want to do." That's discovering their secret parts. The Lord said he will take away your glory, which in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 15 says your hair is your glory. Let's get that. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 15.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:15 reads, "But if a woman have long hair, it is a glory to her, for her hair is given her for a covering."
So your hair is your glory, your hair is your covering, and when you decided to go and listen to the doctrine of the devil, the Lord said he's going to take away your glory, he's going to take away your covering. And now you're going to have to do all the things that the devil have to get your beauty back. Alexa, Isaiah 3, verse 24.
According to the King James Bible, Isaiah 3:24 reads, "And it shall come to pass, that instead of sweet smell there shall be stink, and instead of a girdle a rent, and instead of well-set hair baldness, and instead of a stomacher a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty."
It says burning instead of beauty. So being that the Lord took away your hair, which is your covering, and your glory, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now you are burning. You are burning to get that back. So what do? You go to all sorts of doctors and you know what I'm saying, you go to over to the Dominican Republic, pay all this money just to make yourself look beautiful, which is a temporary beautiful because it's not organic because the Most High God is the one that makes you organically beautiful. So you got to go to the enemy because you listen to the doctrine of the devil, you got to go to the devil to get beautiful. He said, what? He said, instead of a girdle, it shall be a rent. You know what I'm saying? So instead of a girdle, what do a girdle do? A girdle holds your shape together. So instead of you having a shape, the Lord says you shall be out of shape. Let's read it again. Let's read it again. Alexa, Isaiah 3, verse 24.
According to the King James Bible, Isaiah 3:24 reads, "And it shall come to pass, that instead of sweet smell there shall be stink, and instead of a girdle a rent, and instead of well-set hair baldness, and instead of a stomacher a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty."
You know, instead of sweet smells, it shall be a stink. A woman cannot, you know what I'm saying, have pants on all day long and not bathe because it's going to stink. Instead of well set hair, it shall be balding. Instead of a girdle, it shall be a rent. And burning instead of beauty. Burning, you are burning to get back what the Lord took away. Why? Because you listen to the doctrine of the devil. And listen to the doctrine of the devil and that independent doctrine or them independent ways. Because you want to be independent, you listen to the doctrine of the devil and the curses follow you breaking and you falling outside of the order of the Most High. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11 verse 16.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:16 reads, "But if any man seem to be contentious, we have no such custom, neither the churches of God."
Hello? Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11 verse 17.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:17 reads, "Now in this that I declare unto you I praise you not, that ye come together not for the better, but for the worse."
Ye come together not for the better, but for the worse. Are we not living in the worst times today? Are we not living in the worst times today? Look what they're doing, what they do to your food stamps. What did I tell you last night in the Bible study class? By the enemy or the devil causing this to go wrong with you black women, it's going to force you black women to come together back with the black men. Not for the good, but for the worse. But then again, it's for the good, but it is in the worst times. It is the devil's doctrine that you women was listening to, but now it is the devil's ways that you are coming back together with you in unity. You see that? You see that? And it's in a way it's beautiful. But then in a way, it's not beautiful because you women have been following after the doctrine of the devil for so many years that your mind have been warped to the ways of the doctrine of the devil. So in order for you to even come together with the righteous men of the Most High, you have to be retaught and reprogrammed to the ways of the Most High, because you cannot be righteous following after the ways of the devil. Like to be righteous, you can't keep Thanksgiving. I don't care. I don't care how long you've been keeping Thanksgiving. I don't care how long you've been gathering together. You cannot change the name of Thanksgiving and call it Family Day. You know what I'm saying? No. You got to forget about the whole thing. Being righteous. You can't be righteous and keep Christmas. You can't be righteous and keep your birthday. So you got to be retaught. And that's hard to do, because a lot of you rebellious women don't want to be retaught. Where was we at? We was in 17 and 18. Let me see. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 18.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:18 reads, "For first of all, when ye come together in the church, I hear that there be divisions among you, and I partly believe it."
Hear that? He said, but when you come together in the church, there was divisions amongst you. The same way there's divisions in the Christian church, there's a lot of divisions amongst our brothers and sisters, even if they in these camps. The same way they take, and that's why what I just said. I said that in order for those that follow after the doctrine of the devil to be righteous, they have to be retaught again, because they cannot bring those ways of the doctrine of the devil into the camps of the Most High, because they're going to be division, because their mind is going to be still warped to the ways of the doctrine of the devil. Paul said there was divisions amongst you. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 19.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:19 reads, "For there must be also heresies among you, that they which are approved may be made manifest among you."
You got to be corrected from the heresies that's from amongst you, so that you can be, it got to be pointed out. If you being coming out of the world and you are amongst righteous men and women, the things that you have learned in the doctrine of the devil must be pointed out, so that they can come out, so that we can correct you on that. Here we go. Watch this. I'm going to say it again. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 19.
There are no books in your Audible library.
Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 19.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:19 reads, "For there must be also heresies among you, that they which are approved may be made manifest among you."
Yeah, they got to come out. That's the only way that you are going to stand corrected and convert to be righteous. Your deep, dark secrets that you are holding dear to you, that you learned in the doctrine of the devil, got to come out. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you hold, whatever secrets you hold, it got to come out. It got to be approved, and it got to be manifested. And that's it. The only way, that's why, you know what I'm saying, open rebuke is better than secret shame or something like that. You got to rebuke the brother or sister openly, because the brother or sister got to be embarrassed for the problem Hello? The brother and sister got to be embarrassed for the problems that is coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like, like say if the sister is committing adultery, that her adulterous ways got to be rebuked openly so that she can be brought to shame. Because once she's brought to shame, she don't want to feel that shame again. And if she don't want to feel that shame again, what's the best thing for the woman to do? Get right, repent, turn from that, and be forgiven. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11 verse 20.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:20 reads, "When ye come together therefore into one place, this is not to eat the Lord's Supper."
When ye come together in one place, is not to eat the Lord's Supper? Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11 verse 21.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:21 reads, "For in eating every one taketh before other his own supper, and one is hungry, and another is drunken."
In other words, they just come to the gathering just to get what they want to get. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A lot of brothers and sisters come to the Passover just because there's a meal, there's something to eat. A lot of people come to the Passover because they know there's going to be plenty of wine there. They want to get drunk and they want to party. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people who keep Thanksgiving, they come to Thanksgiving because there's food there. They don't come together because, you know what I'm saying, they want to see their siblings that they ain't seen in a while. They just coming there to eat. And then before they leave, they make sure they get to take a plate home. If you're going to gather, you're going to gather for the Lord. If you're going to congregate, you're going to congregate because the law says to congregate. Not just because it's you're having a good time, because it's, you know what I'm saying, because there's liquor there, there's wine there, there's food there. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11 verse 22.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:22 reads, "What? Have ye not houses to eat and to drink in? Or despise ye the church of God, and shame them that have not? What shall I say to you? Shall I praise you in this? I praise you not."
Hear that? Our people only come together because they want something. Paul says, can't you not eat at home? Can't you not drink at home? Can't you not do these things on your own time? When you come together, you're supposed to come together in homage of the Lord. Listen, even in this, you can tell that these are Israelites. Because only Israel do these type of things. Come together when there's a party. Come together when there's something free be given away. I'll give you an example. When me and Brother Q-Tip was on the streets preaching, I told you guys we used to have tables set out. You know what I'm saying? We used to have food, waters, you know what I'm saying? We used to have t-shirts and coffee mugs. We used to have a whole lot of things just set out. And on the Sabbath day, you know what I'm saying, we used to, you know what I'm saying, hand them out. Not charging. We used to give them out. We used to have them out and just give them out on tables. And in the beginning, the people would not come because they thought that we were selling it or we wanted donations. But then when we established that it was for free, every Sabbath day, the same people will come down to the camp just to get something for free. They will come down to the camp and pretend that they listening just to get something for free off the table that we have set up. This is how our people are. They come for a free ride. Alexa, Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 30.
This might answer your question. Ezekiel 33:30 reads, Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, Come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord.
That's what they would do. Every Sabbath day when me and Brother Q-Tip would be on down the street corners, we have our tables set up with the food and everything on the table. You know what I'm saying? You have brothers and sisters, come, let's go down. Pastor Smith and Brother Q-Tip is down there preaching. You know they got food and water and everything. Let's go on down there and get something to eat. That's what they would do. Not listening to the word, but acting like they listening to the word just so they can get something to eat. Alexa, Ezekiel 30, verse 31. Oh, 33. I'm sorry, not 30. Alexa, Ezekiel 33, verse 31.
According to the King James Bible, Ezekiel 33:31 reads, And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them, for with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness.
Hear that? They sit before us every Sabbath day. They'll come, oh Lord, yeah, you right, yeah, da 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 da. But their mind was on listening enough to ask for something off that table. Listen enough, you know what I'm saying? Listen, every weekend is like we're giving the same shirts to the same people that we done gave them shirts already. Oh, my cousin want a shirt, my uncle want a shirt, and this and that, and we just give it. Here you go, here you go. They come back for wanting more. So we witnessed this. We seen this in clear sight. Alexa, Ezekiel 33, verse 32.
According to the King James Bible, Ezekiel 33:32 reads, And, lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice, and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not.
They hear the words, but they will not do it. They will not do it. Alexa, Ezekiel 33, verse 33.
According to the King James Bible, Ezekiel 33:33 reads, And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them.
Hear that? He said, when this come to pass, look, it will come, then shall they know a prophet has been amongst them. They literally did this to us on them street corners when we was preaching every Sabbath day. Over there off of in Huntington Station, off of Railroad Street and Depot Road, right on the property of Muhammad and Naheem's bodega. They literally did this. And what did the Lord say? Lo, it will come, then shall they know a prophet has been amongst them. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 12:26 p.m.
All right, so let's see. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 17.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:17 reads, Now in this that I declare unto you I praise you not, that ye come together not for the better, but for the worse.
Oh, wait a minute. I got the wrong one. 11:17. 11:23. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11 verse 23.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:23 reads, For I have received of the Lord that which also I delivered unto you, that the Lord Jesus the same night in which he was betrayed took bread.
Took bread. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11 verse 24.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:24 reads, And when he had given thanks, he brake it, and said, Take, eat, this is my body, which is broken for you, this do in remembrance of me.
That's my body, and for that broken for you. This make reference of me. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11 verse 25.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:25 reads, After the same manner also he took the cup, when he had supped, saying, This cup is the New Testament in my blood, this do ye, as oft as ye drink it, in remembrance of me.
As often as ye drink it in remembrance of me. Now, when are we supposed to do this? When is the official day that we are supposed to take communion? The Christian church will tell you that I think it's every first Sunday or every second Sunday, something like that. The Christian church do it. When are we supposed to take communion? When is the official day that we had put the blood of Christ on the doorpost? When? The eve of the Passover. Not at sundown on the Passover, but at sun up on the Passover. Passover, not the Passover day yet. Let me say, the day before the night of the Passover is when we are to do this. As often as from year to year. That's communion. Because the lamb that we eat on the Passover, it represents Christ. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11 verse 26.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:26 reads, For as often as ye eat this bread, and drink this cup, ye do show the Lord's death till he come.
Hear that? So as often as we keep the Passover, which is the lamb represents the Lord, and we eat the bread, and we drink the wine. That's why we drink the wine on the Passover. We do this as often until the Lord comes. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11 verse 27.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:27 reads, Wherefore whosoever shall eat this bread, and drink this cup of the Lord, unworthily, shall be guilty of the body and blood of the Lord.
That's why if you are coming together on the Passover and you got problems with each other, you hate one another, you want to, you got evil in your mind or your heart against one another, and you eat that Passover lamb, or you break that communion bread, you know what I'm saying? You drink that communion wine, and you got evil intentions on your brother or your sister, you are drinking unworthily. That's why the Passover is so sacred. That's why, you know what I'm saying, don't keep the Passover with just anybody. You keep the Passover with those that are on the same accord as you. That was 27, right? 26. 27 is next. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 27.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:27 reads, "Wherefore whosoever shall eat this bread, and drink this cup of the Lord, unworthily, shall be guilty of the body and blood of the Lord."
Yeah. So you might as well just not keep the Passover. Just don't. Because if you're going to be a heathen, be a heathen. But don't come together because because you know what I'm saying, the Passover, you know what I'm saying, there's going to be some wine there and you can get drunk. Because there's some food there and you can eat. But keep the Passover and keep the communion because it is the Lord. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 28.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:28 reads, "But let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of that bread, and drink of that cup."
See, examine yourself before you do something that you are going to regret. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 29.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:29 reads, "For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily, eateth and drinketh damnation to himself, not discerning the Lord's body."
Hear that? So if you come into the Passover or the communion just because... Hello? Hello? If you are eating, if you got a problem, don't come at all. Don't come, you know what I'm saying? Don't come just because it's something to eat there or something to drink there. Or, you know what I'm saying, it's a large gathering and you can hook up with John, or you men, it's a large gathering of women there and you can hook up with Vanessa. No, you ain't supposed to be coming to hook up, or you ain't supposed to be coming to get drunk. You ain't supposed to be coming to eat. You're supposed to be coming because it is the Lord's Passover. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 30.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:30 reads, "For this cause many are weak and sickly among you, and many sleep."
For this cause many are weak and sick amongst you, and many sleep. Because they see that the way you conduct your Christ gathering is not serious, and there's too many hypocrites. The same way you go, that's why the people look at the church as a joke. Because look at what's going on in the church today. Hypocrisy is going in the church today, and they look at the church as a joke. So there's many sick amongst, and they don't take it serious. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 31.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:31 reads, "For if we would judge ourselves, we should not be judged."
There goes judging yourselves again. Because a lot of people say, what? We ain't supposed to judge. Yes, we are. If we judge ourselves, we correct ourselves, then the Most High God wouldn't have to, you know what I'm saying, put judgment on us. Because we are correcting ourselves. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 32.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:32 reads, "But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world."
Hear that? When we are judged, we are chastened. We are corrected of the Lord. So if we are corrected of the Lord, guess what? we will not be judged with the world. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 33.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:33 reads, "Wherefore, my brethren, when ye come together to eat, tarry one for another."
When you come together to eat, wait for one another. When you come together to eat, wait for one another. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 34.
According to the King James Bible, 1 Corinthians 11:34 reads, "And if any man hunger, let him eat at home, that ye come not together unto condemnation. And the rest will I set in order when I come."
You hear that? So when you come together to eat, don't be so quick to eat. Wait for your brothers and your sisters. If you come together and you can't wait for your brothers and sisters to congregate with your brothers and sisters, to fellowship with your brothers and sisters, and you just want to eat at home. He said, eat at home. If you're hungry, eat at home. This whole gathering is for the people of Christ. Alexa, 1 Corinthians 11, verse 35.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
I think we're done. I think we did the whole 1 Corinthians 11, brothers and sisters. We did the whole 1 Corinthians 11. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 12:38 p.m.
12:38, and we did the whole book of 1 Corinthians 11. This is your daily bread, brothers and sisters. Every morning we give you the daily bread. You know what I'm saying? We came out of the book of 1 Corinthians 11, verse 1 all the way down, 35. You know what I'm saying? We also segued. We segued into Genesis 3, and we segued into Isaiah 3. You know what I'm saying? This is your daily bread with your host, Pastor Michael Smith. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bells, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bells. Tap on them like buttons, people. Tap on those like buttons. Get us in the algorithm, people. Tap on them like buttons. Don't forget we have a 24-hour prayer line number. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're here to pray for you. That 24-hour prayer line number is 310-365-6816. That's 310-365-6816. There is no Bible study class tonight, but if there's any breaking news that may pop up in the news, we'll definitely come back and broadcast and break down that news. That's right. Tonight, don't forget, we got the Illuminati Radio uncut visual version of the podcast. You know what I'm saying? That's for you members. If you're not a member, hit that join button, become a member, because we got that Illuminati Radio podcast. We're gonna see what celebrities in the news, and we're gonna be breaking down that. You know what I'm saying? And the members only section, that's around like 3 o'clock today. Between 3 and 4 today, we'll be doing that podcast in the members section. So stay tuned for that for your members. All your members. All right, that's gonna wrap that up. Make sure you guys tap on that like button, people, and that's gonna wrap that up. And we'll see you again. You know what I'm saying? If there's any breaking news, we're definitely gonna bring you the breaking news. But other than that, if there's not no breaking news, we'll see you guys around 3 o'clock for the Illuminati Radio podcast, members only. Till next time, hope you guys enjoyed the daily bread. How you bless you all. Uh-huh.